and welcome back to my channel. I have got gel polish all over my hands. So I'm making a custom set. I've already done the one hand and I'm just going to do the other one, so I thought I would do it on camera. What I've done is I've buffed all the nails really well. Well, I filed the tips because you get that little nub at the end. Sorry, one sec, there we go. Yeah, you get all those little nubs at the end. So I buffed them all really well with this, with the 180 grit side. It's a really decent buffer. I really like it. And then I took off the little nubs with a harder file, just the little nubs. So I buffed them and then I put a base coat on. I don't normally do a base coat, but I thought I would because the last time when I've been practicing, I have done a base, buffed them and done a base coat, just because I find that the gel polish goes on a lot smoother with a base coat. So yeah. So on this one, this is just quite like an easier sort of design. I mean, it's not really, some of them are a little bit more trickier, like the detailing and things, but this one's just going to be, what is that? A dog hair. It wouldn't be a set of nails if I didn't get a dog hair on it. So a little dot. I'm going to take quite like a thin detailer brush, put it in some black, and I'm just going to drag it up so it's kind of like one of those stars. I'm not brilliant at doing these, just because I shake quite a lot and I am quite far back at the moment. I can't really see that well because the camera is above it. So if I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. See how I've gone wonky on that one? You shouldn't do that. Don't do that, what I've just done, getting gel polish all over your hands. So if I try and hold it straight, it's because I am so far back and I just can't see very well. I have actually got glasses, but I'm pretty sure they are the wrong, they just don't work for me. They hurt my eyes. It feels like my eyes are being like strained, like pulled. I can't actually explain it. So I'm just, I don't know how to explain this bit. I'm just sort of doing like bringing it in. Like that, and now we've got to do another one, just a little one. These are just little, kind of like easy-ish, but they're not easy for me because if I'm holding it up close to myself, I'm not too bad, but when I'm doing it quite far away, I do struggle. One, yeah, we've got the next nail is kind of a trickier design, and then I'm just going to get just pop some dots in just wherever, really, wherever you want them to go. Okay, so we can cure that. I am going to cure that for a minute. I always like to cure black for a minute because it's so pigmented. I like to make sure. We do need to do some little bits of white on there, on the stars, once it's cured. But this one, let me move that out of the way, it'd be easier. This one is, again, quite tricky. So what I've done is I've done 2 coats of each colour. So this pink's had 2. So this is going to be a pumpkin. I'm going to try and do it anyway. Then I like to turn it upside down to do this end. There's that one, that bit. Anyways, the bottom bit that I do struggle with, this bit here, so we have to fill it in as well. Just like to make sure the sides are right at the edge of that tip of the nail. Okay, so there's that bit. So I'm going to cure that before I mess it up. And this one, so I'm going to get a tiny bit of white. And this is just like highlighting. You're just doing bits of highlights. Let's make this one a little bit more whiter, I think. Can't really see it that well. Okay, cure, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Right, now I need, if I get a thicker brush, that might be a bit easier. I'm gonna fill in this. So this is what we are going for. That. Don't worry if you go over the black. I'm trying to keep it as neat as possible, but don't worry if you go over it, because you can just go back in with the black liner after. Making sure I'm really getting on this edge here. And I don't care if I go over the black, you know, the little flicks that are at the bottom. Let me put the flash on, that might be easier. There we go. There's little flicks at the bottom. I'm not fussed if I go over the black of that. Because we can go in after. I will do a second coat of this afterwards because it's going to need it. Okay. So I'm going to cure that one. I'll cure that for 60 seconds. So this one's done. This is the easiest one. So I'm just going to top coat it, making sure I'm getting right up those sides. Now the key is when you're doing press on nails, don't do it this way and go down, because what's going to happen is you're going to do that and loads of gel polish is going to get like underneath. So go upwards from there up and flick it, and then you can go down like that. So cure that for 60 seconds. Now I'm gonna get the same colour and I'm just gonna get a dab of it. And I'm just gonna manoeuvre it around with my brush. Again, I'm not bothered if I'm going over the black. Yeah, the Halloween sets that I've been doing have all been like quite kind of like the scary sets. This is more like a cute sort of set, so. And because this gel polish is thick and I'm putting it on thick, I am going to go in and cure it again for 60 seconds. So let's pop that in. And that one is done. So that's done. So I can pop that on the stand. I'm in my dressing gown, I have COVID. So I'm feeling a bit better, but you know, still a bit meh. Okay, let's start on this now. So this one's black, had 2 coats of black. So what I'm going to do is, let me just get some of this pink. I'm going to do like, kind of like a moon, but I'm going to do the base of the moon. So if I show you the nail that we are doing, oh, for God's sake, this one. I keep moving them around, stop. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm not brilliant at doing moons, okay? I do find, and I think I might be using the wrong brush. I don't know why I picked up this brush. I do go over this again in a like a brighter pink, but because it's black, it's not going to stand out as much. This is why I'm using this like lighter pink as a base, and then once this is cured, I go in again after. Just trying to make sure those lines are as clean as possible. Bring it on a point that little bit more. Okay, there's that one. Pop that in for 30. Right, let's get this bit done. Okay, so I want to go like that, and then put one there. I am because you want this to be as like really blacked out. So I do like to go back over these black lines just to make sure that it is nice and black. Cover that bit, and the stalk, I want to say, I think that's what they're called. Fill that in with black. I think I might need to get some more out. I'm putting gel polish on my like paint thing, and it just keeps going hard. Like the lamp is nowhere near it, so I don't know why it keeps going hard. It's like it's curing. Just get some more out. Yeah, it just goes hard for some reason. So I am going over this black quite a lot because it's quite sheer. Might need that bit to go on a bit more of a point. Shaking the desk because my hands are shaking. Okay, that's the stalk face. So I want the face to go kind of around here. Well, the mouth, shall I say, first, right up. And I need it to be filled in. We have to do it from this side. Get some more black. So I always find mouths really hard to do. Sorry, I had to pause it for a second. So I'm just filling the mouth in. Just bring this bit up a little bit higher just to match that other bit. Still not the right shape. God, it's so hard for me to see. Okay, right. Now I want to bring, I'll do that in a second actually. Let's do the eyes. I like to just do this and then I will make them bigger if need be. So I am going to make them a little bit more bigger. And then I like to turn it to the side. He's probably going to end up with an eye that's smaller. I can never get them the same size. I do try my best, but they can be quite hard. Yeah, that one's a little bit smaller. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. And then out this way. Okay, so that's the eyes. So let's, I like to do like tiny little, I don't know, like one like that for the little nose. And I like to bring this up and just, I like to do it on like a little flick. And then this way. Ideally, you probably should cure when you're happy with something, try and cure it, because you don't want to make mistakes, and if you try to rub it off, you're going to rub everything else off, all that hard work that you've just done. So I need to do the teeth, but I'm going to pop that in just to cure it for a second. So this is what I meant. If I clean off this brush, so now I'm going to go in with that pinky colour that we've done on the rest of the nails, like that. Just because this, I really like this colour, but it's more like a jelly, so it's quite very sheer. Be really nice for stained glass nails, but that's why I'm using it now to fill in on top of this colour so it stands out. Like that. Pop that in the lamp for 30 seconds. This is done. So I need some white, and I'm going to do some teeth. Okay, which I'm going to struggle with. This is why I've cured it, because I'm not very good at doing like fang sort of style teeth. If you can hear chewing, it's my dog. He's in here. There's one. And now to match it up, good luck. And I do like to cure this for, oh, goofy, for 60 seconds as well, just because I've done the teeth quite thick with gel polish. I want to make sure they're cured. So I'm just going to do just kind of like 2 little lines of white. It doesn't have to be kind of like a particular way. And I'm going to add a little white line going up there. It kind of, it just brings out a little bit of, makes it stand out. I don't really know what else to say. So I'm going to do a dot here. And then go back in with my black. and I'm just going to drag this down. And then this side. And then up. And then I'm going to do some dots. You can just put the dots wherever you like, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just pop them wherever you like. Okay, now I'm going to cure that. Again, 60 seconds. So this one's done. Now I like the stars that I do on, well, like that I did on the other one. Doesn't mean I can do it on this one. So I get a dot about there, clean off that brush, because I do like this brush, put it in some white, and I'm going to do these well, they're not random, well, yeah, I suppose they are random. I'm just doing like little kind of lines. That one might have been a bit too big. And then I do a little one here, and then a big one, and a little one, and then a big one. There's one. And another one at the bottom. And then in with a little bit of white on my brush as well. Big one, little one, big one. And then, so you're just doing them random where you want them to go. And this is why I like this one, because it doesn't have to be perfect. Because you're actually just putting them wherever you want them to go. And then I'm gonna put a dot here, maybe a dot there, and then a dot down there. And then I like to get the smaller end of my dotting tool, and I just go like that. Pop that in the lamp, and I'm going to do that one 60 seconds as well. Okay, one thing I did forget is I forgot to do, getting some black gel, some kind of like little lines, flicks. And one down there. But it's not very dark, so I'm just going to go back in, because you want them to stand out. That one's alright. Okay, cure that. Only 30 seconds, that's fine, because they're really small. This one is done. So I am going to top coat it. Again, I'm flicking upwards because I don't want it to drip under the nail and cure under there, and you know you won't be able to put them on because you're going to have a lump of gel polish. Okay, and I like to do that for 60 seconds. This one is done, so I am gonna cure. top coat, and then I'm going to cure. I really want to go to America when it's Halloween. Everybody goes all out. In the UK, they don't really do that. Cure. So that one could be 60 seconds. Okay, the next nail, what we're going to do is going to look like this. Which is this one. So I need some more pink on there. So I'm going to do a line. I'll use this one. Going from about here upwards. Actually, I might want it a bit more down a little bit than that. Okay, and now I'm going to get my actual brush just to save time instead of me trying to fill it in with a little brush. And I'm making sure I'm getting right at those sides. Okay, and black. Let's get a bit more black gel polish out on there. Clean this bit. So I want to go from there downwards. Like that. And I'm just going to, the black I am going to have to do 2 coats. I don't know if the pink, I don't think the pink at the top needs 2 coats, but the black definitely does. I think, I mean, it's looking all right at the moment. I'm just pulling it from the end so it doesn't go too thick. Actually, that pink do need a little bit just there. Okay, so I'm going to pop that in the lamp. 60 seconds because there's black on there. These ones are done, so I'm going to pop these on the stand. Excuse my freckly arms. So while that's while that's curing, let's do the little one, which is just going to be boo, that's it. I think the writing is always harder. I mean, I'm not perfect. You just got to keep practicing. So if you are struggling, do not stop doing nails, especially if you really enjoy it and that is your passion and you love doing it. Don't stop doing nails just because you're struggling. You will get there. I was terrible when I first started. I think, well, everybody's terrible until they first start doing it and they start practicing. And that's just how you get there, isn't it? So I'm going to do a little dot at the bottom right there. And then I'm going to drag that up. Just so it kind of looks like a little drip. Drippy drip. And I'm going to do the same here. On that one. So I'm going to go, actually no I'm not, I'm going to get my black, a little dotting tool, and I'm just going to pop some little dots. And then I need to go in and put a little bit of baby pink on there just for it to stand out. Okay, this black doesn't need 2 coats because I've done it quite thick actually, so we are good. So I'm gonna get my brush, and bring this up to here. Like that. I'm going to do some little lines. And I do keep dipping back in because, you know, I want it to be really dark so it stands out. There's nothing worse than it being really sheer and you just have to keep going over and over and over. So I am dipping in quite a lot and putting quite a thick layer on. So there's that bit. So I'm going to pop that in at the lamp. What one was this one? Oh yeah, so a little bit of, just like a little bit of baby pink. And I'm going to go down there around this bit. I don't know if you're in frame then, I have no idea. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's it's just adding a little bit of detail, a little bit of lighting kind of thing. Like that. Pop in the lamp 30 seconds. Okay, now the lines down on this one are going to be, if I can get it out, baby pink. So I need to go from that end down. Like that. And now I'm going to do some little lines like we did with the black. I don't want them to be like completely straight. Okay, go in and cure 30 seconds. This one is done, so I am gonna top coat that. A bit too much. So this set is a size small, and if the smalls, so from your thumb, it's 2, 5, 4, 6, and 9. Hair. There we go. I'm just really making sure it's nice and covered. Okay, cure that for 60 seconds. This one is done, so we can go ahead and put this one on. Okay, that one can be cured for 60 seconds as well. And when they're all done, I'll have them here, and then you can have a look at the finished result. And there they all are. So I've just finished off and wiped them. I will show you what I used when I find the lid. This actually smells quite sweet. It's nice. That stuff. I will leave whatever I can find. I will leave in the description box, okay, just in case you guys want to see any of it. But this is the finished result. What do you think? So this is a number 6, which would go on your ring finger. So this is what it would look like. I always like to push my cuticles back. I notice a lot of people will put them like real high up. I like to put them like that so you can actually see your cuticle. If it will focus. Because then that way it looks more realistic. Well, instead of having it cover it. Because a lot of people do actually put them like here. Whereas I like to have them, I mean, it's completely up to you, here. I mean, obviously I can't keep it on because they're not mine, but there we go. Yeah. So that is what they look like. I would love to know what you think. Let me know in the description box. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Yeah, and give this video a thumbs up. I might do some acrylics in my next video. The reason why I haven't, my little finger, I ripped a load of nail off. Yeah, I smashed my finger. And it was literally hanging off, so I thought, I can just pull it off because it was hanging off, and yeah, I pulled a nail off, well, parts of it, so that's why I haven't really done any acrylics, because I want to leave that finger alone. Yeah, or I might do nail art on this hand using my non-dominant hand. I've never done that before, but I will give it a go. But yeah, I might do that in my next video. But I shall see you in my next video. Bye.